Oh, you know for sure Zachary Michael's gonna be wearing his stupid little thing with the little thing, and he's gonna say goodbye all dramatic like.
Dearly beloved, we gather here to say our goodbyes. Here she lies. No one knew her worth. Actually, it's $8 a month. The late, great Amberlynn Livestream era. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Today we have to hold services for us to remember the live stream era. The live stream era is officially over. We have to talk about it. You know, there were so many great moments, and you know, I really want to give a eulogy that highlights that. So everybody please join me. Please rise, take a stand, please. If you're not standing up in your home right now in the privacy of your home while you're watching this stupid ass YouTube video, please stand. And let's just take a moment to remember all the things we've gotten from Amberlynn'S live streaming. We got Mad Libs. We got coloring. Did we get coloring? We got stupid games with Becky. We got breakup with Becky. We got wifey putting her hand on the stream for 2 seconds. We got wifey FaceTiming. We got garbage disposals going off. We got cats doing dishes. we got so much. We got walking occasionally. It really gave us so much and also so little. So little at the same time. I mean, let's be honest. The last like month, at least, at a minimum, the last month of live streaming, boring, dry as the Sahara Desert, dry as the deserts in the movie Dune, dry as the very food Amberlynn cooks. It was dry, it was boring. And honestly, while typically I view these types of type moments as a memorial service, as like remembering, I also want to consider this a celebration of life, okay? Because by ending live streams, by ending the memberships, Amberlynn is quite truly, quite honestly breathing so much life into her channel. I can't wait to see where it goes. So y'all, this is not a memorial. This is not a funeral. This is not any of those things. This is a celebration of life being breathed into Amberlynn's channel, and I can't wait to see what's to come. Now, if you didn't know, she did announce this yesterday in a live stream, and the live stream was titled The Last Live Stream. Our last live stream ever, can you believe? And she also, before we get into what she said in the live stream, she also did today post a community tab post that I want to read for you very quickly. So, the community tab post reads as follows. As most of you probably know, I've decided to end an era that I didn't even realize meant so much to me. I will no longer be doing live streams. Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to look a bit different on my channel now. I just felt like this was the best decision for my channel, for myself, and for all of you. Live streams were started in the midst of a depressing moment in my life, but I slowly got close to some of you, so I stayed. Realizing that I want my channel to go in a different direction, I felt like it was time I had made the hard decision to let go of live streaming. I want to film more. I want to edit. I want to show you my life instead of just talking about it. I'm happy now, motivated, inspired. I want to share my journey through life with you. Thank you to those who made live streaming fun for me. I love you. New schedule starting tomorrow. Monday, vlog. Tuesday, let's talk. Wednesday, weigh-in. Thursday, vlog. Friday, what I ate today. There you have it. There's that. And we are going to talk a little bit more about the specific things she said in the live stream, because I think that that's also important for context. She said some things in the live stream that she didn't necessarily say in the same way here. So here are some clips of how she talked about canceling live streams and also memberships in her live stream last night.
Live streaming is ending. I feel bad. I just think it's time to end this live stream era. I will be canceling the memberships, yes.
Now, one of the things that I find a little bit confusing is just like the abruptness of it. And I think, honestly, if we're talking about like PR and how she handled all of this, probably not the best move to just randomly spring shit like this on your viewers, especially people who have invested financially. I'm just being honest, like, I don't know that anybody responds to that well. A lot of people in the chat, well, I say a lot. It seemed like a lot of people were understanding, and there were also probably about just as many people who were upset about spending $8 on her. There were people in the stream as it was happening renewing their membership, which I feel like, sis, that's on you. If you renewed your membership during that live stream, I kind of feel like that's on you. And honestly, I mean, truly, if we're really talking about how I feel about anybody paying $8 a month for a membership to Amberlynn Reid's channel, I kind of think like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Like, that's kind of what I feel like. Like, I don't know why anybody would sign up for, I don't know, that. Like, I feel like if you were choosing to pay $8 a month to Amberlynn, you knew what you were signing up for, and you knew that potentially one day she might just leave it all behind. I'm actually kind of truly honestly shocked and surprised she lasted as long as she did. This was one of the first things ever on her channel that I feel like for the most part she committed to, outside of like at the beginning it was a little rocky with her showing up all the time or like giving a heads up if she wasn't gonna go live. This is the longest she's stuck to anything in a while. Okay, just point blank period, as Amberlynn Reid would say. But I also am curious about this new schedule, if she's gonna be able to stick to that, because she's been sticking to her posting schedule of weekly vlogs of what I eat in a day and weigh-ins for a while now, so I'm curious to see if she keeps this up. I do kind of wonder like why she didn't give a heads up to people. It seems like it would have been nice of her to say like, hey, after this month, I'm canceling. But the thing is that not everybody comes in on November 1, right? Not everybody comes in on the first of the month. So everybody's at a different place with where their subscriptions are at, where their memberships are at. So I don't really know necessarily the best way to do it for people to actually get a full, not everybody's not going to get a full month, regardless of even if she says like, hey, at the end of the month, I'm canceling memberships, people are only going to get part of their month regardless, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know the best way for her to do that. I would be curious to know what your thoughts are, but I do think she could have given some kind of a heads up outside of just like popping up in a stream and saying it's over. It's over. But no worries, eventually someday if she gets a hair in her butt, she will choose to live stream again.
Will I go live again in my lifetime? Yes, I will. But when I do go live, it's gonna be random. Might be in 3 months from now. We don't know. It won't be a membership moment. It'll be open. So I do want to make that known.
Now, a lot of people have speculated over and over again about like, oh, is she making more money on live streams? Is she not? Like, could she be making more money doing vlogs, whoever, whatever? And she had some thoughts to say about live streaming versus just like her regular content.
I make more money on my live streams than I do my regular videos. So I want to make that very, very well known. That was also something else that I had to think about, because this is my job, this is my income. But for me, I feel like what I'm aiming for my channel is more important than money. The reason why I want to end live streams is because I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Adding memberships and doing live streams was a lazy way for me to be a content creator. I was going through a hard time. There were things that were happening in my life that I didn't talk about. And, you guys saw, you can go back. Like, you guys can go back to when I started live streams. I wasn't a happy person. I've been pretty miserable, let's be real. And I just wanted an easier way to make money. I didn't want to put in effort. And I've realized that this is just a lazy way for me to be a YouTuber, and I don't really want that to be my channel anymore.
Which, can we talk about the Marie Chantal show foodie booty shade here? Can we talk about the Chantopolis shade, the big beautiful me shade? Because Amberlynn'S like, listen, live streaming and only live streaming is the lazy way to make content. It's the lazy. I was being lazy. Who is besties for life with Marie Chantal show foodie booty? Yes, that's right, Amberlynn. Amberlynn is shading her friend saying, Chantal, you're making lazy content. But in all seriousness, I've said, actually, I mean, especially recently, but I've said for a while now, I mean, I literally just did a video about, like, is Amberlynn Reid destroying her channel? Well, it was also about Chantal, but that's neither here nor there. And I said, like, how do you get invested in this shit? Like, if you're a brand new subscriber to Amberlynn Reid and you've never heard of her before, how are you gonna get invested on just watching 2 live streams a week? So I was glad when she started introducing vlogs again. I think that that's helped, but also, like, it's boring, and I think that it was really, like, driving people away, that it was just like live stream, live stream, live stream. It's hard to keep up with that kind of content all the time, especially if you're, like, a vlog channel. You know, if she was doing something on live stream, like, listen, Monday through Thursday on Twitch, I stream every day for usually an hour or 2 at a time. I do that, but we're also doing stuff. We're reacting to YouTube videos, we're shooting the shit, we're being silly, right? That's not what Amberlynn'S doing. It's not like you could just casually tune in there and care about her answering the same 5 questions about her life over and over and over again. So yes, I agree. I think that this is a good move for her channel. She wants to continue growing. I think that it's going to breathe life into her channel, and I think that it was lazy content on her behalf. I agree with her. I think it was lazy. She was doing the bare minimum, and I think I've been saying that. Now, I still think her current content could use a little more effort if I'm just being very serious, but I do enjoy watching that way more than the live streams. I also don't think it's a choice to basically admit that y'all were paying her $8 a month for her to do lazy content. I think that that's, like, quite the bold choice to be like, ha ha ha, joke's on you. Y'all paid $8 a month for me to do the bare minimum, the least, the absolute nothing. Ha 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 ha. I was doing lazy, boring content because I could. Now, she does bring up some talk about Becky and money, and yeah, I guess we're gonna talk about that again.
You said you gave Becky the car. You did not give her the debt. You only gave her $300, which was hers in donations, but you owe her so much more. So the whole Becky situation, I guess I will explain this respectfully. So when it came to me and Becky, when I said that I was paying Becky, I was paying her $2,600 a month once she became my ex. That's the amount that she got, and I told her she has to pay half the bills because that's only fair. We're no longer in a relationship anymore. I have learned I've learned from my mistakes, and I don't want to just give people money anymore, especially when it's, like, not my responsibility anymore. And so with that money that I gave her for being in my live streams, she also paid for rent and stuff like that. And not only that, it was a couple months after the breakup, she still used my bank. She still had her card that was connected to my bank, and, like, I just let her get what she needed. Like, she still was able to buy her food and whatever she needed, or even / wanted to an extent. And then it was finally like, okay, she's ready to move out. And that is when she stopped being on live streams. So she had no more income from me because she was no longer on my live streams anymore. I had already given her what she earned. The $300 that she is talking about was after she had already moved out. She was no longer on my live streams anymore. I owed her because she had bought me lunch. And so I was going to Venmo her and give her, I think it was like $20 or something. I don't remember. And instead of Venmoing her $20, I gave her $300. And I think people are just like, you hear bits and parts of things, and then like you take that like sentence and you create your own story around it, which I totally get, because if I would have watched Becky's video, I would have been like, oh, Amberlynn's like this horrible person. Like, I totally get where people are coming from, but I remember I FaceTimed Becky because I obviously watch her content. And I was like, Becky, like, I think you confused a lot of people. And I was like, I just have to explain this in a video, like, or even in a live stream. And so I just had to explain to you guys, because I am being called like a scammer. And I think people are just like really confused with stuff, which is like totally fine, because just, like, from an outside perspective, I totally get it. That's why, like, I can't be mad at y'all at all. And I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for taxes coming up, because I have to pay a lot in taxes, I'd probably be helping Becky more, just because I'm literally that person. And like, I love Becky so freaking much, and I care about her a lot. And things have been very up and down with her, which makes me really sad. But I did talk to her earlier. I'm seeing her this weekend, which I'm actually really happy about. And I just want like positive vibes all around from this point forward. And I really don't want to talk about Becky anymore on here.
Now, let me say, after the video I posted on Monday where I talked about some of this situation, it's very clear to me that a lot of people are like very emotionally invested either way on this situation. There are lots of people who think like Amberlynn should be doing way more to support Becky, and there are lots of people on the other side of that say Becky is a grown person and Becky Amberlynn doesn't owe Becky anything. So let me just say I agree with both of those things, and I think it's possible to agree with both of those things. I think it is possible. We live in this world on the internet where it's like black or white, very, very binary, very dualistic thinking, and I don't think it has to be like that. I think that there are parts of both of those arguments that can exist simultaneously at the same time. And I think there are a lot of people, particularly the ones that felt like I was saying that Amberlynn owed Becky something, who were getting very upset at me when I was like, we don't even disagree. We don't even disagree, which it's fine to disagree with me, but like, I do particularly sometimes feel some type of way when somebody's getting so angry at me, and I'm like, we're not even disagreeing here. We're not even on a different page. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. Maybe a slightly different sentence, but we're there on the same page. So I do just want to reiterate, I think that they both look foolish in this situation, okay? I do, and a lot of people wanted to say to me, Zach, if this was you and Noel and you broke up, would you do this? Or Zach, if this was two separate people that weren't Becky and Amberlynn, like, would you feel the same way? And I don't know, probably wouldn't feel the same way, because those are totally different situations. Like, we are literally talking about Amberlynn and Becky. So it is okay to take the whole context of everything we know about Amberlynn Reed and Becky Williams and apply it to the situation, because that's what we're talking about, right? Like, it's okay to talk about them with the full context of everything we know about them, because if we weren't talking about them with the full context, then we wouldn't be talking about them. We would be talking about me and Noel, I guess, which, like, I mean, not that it matters, but if Noel and I split amicably, as it seems Becky and Amberlynn did, if we split amicably, yeah, no, I wouldn't leave Noel high and dry, nor would I think that Noel would leave me high and dry if I needed Noel's help. But that doesn't matter, because we're talking about Becky and Amberlynn. So here's what I will say. I understand that Becky is an adult human who makes their own choices and is responsible for their own actions and decisions, and that they are the one that chose to leave Amberlynn. I also want to point out that I talked in that video specifically about Becky claiming that they had all these side gigs and that they were having other sources of income on top of whatever Amberlynn was allegedly paying them or not paying them. So I agree. Like Becky claimed that they had all this other stuff going on in their lives, and then suddenly they were asking for money. I get it. I agree with that sentiment that, like, wow, like, bold of you to suddenly come out here, ask for money, and then react the way you reacted when people had questions about how you spent their money. We're on the same page. I agree. I think, like, especially now that they haven't lived with Amberlynn for a while, they should be fully figuring out what their next moves are and how they're going to continue to sustain their life, especially considering they now have like 80, 90,000 some subscribers and things like that. But I also want to say that for years, almost basically for the entire time Becky's been in a relationship with Amberlynn, people have been in my comments on my social media saying, free Becky, free Becky, free Becky. Which, of course, I was like, Becky can free themselves, okay? Becky, like I've just said now, Becky's an adult human who can take care of themselves and get themselves out of that situation if they want to. That's always been my stance. But now, a lot of y'all free Becky people are like, well, Becky's free. Now they need to do the work on their own. And it's like, Becky was financially dependent, for better or worse, on Amberlynn for a long time. So, like, I'm kind of also confused why people are acting so surprised that now Becky's like, I ain't got anybody. It's because they were dependent on Amberlynn. I'm not saying that means that Amberlynn should continue financing them. I just feel like a lot of people are suddenly acting very surprised that, that Becky needs help financially. Because, listen, when Becky was with Amberlynn, they had all the 90s nostalgia tees, they had all the posters, all the coloring, all the markers, all the whoever, whatever. We never heard a lot about saving, but we heard a lot about spending. Okay, so to me, it's not a surprise that now Becky's asking for help financially. But a lot of y'all seem to think that, oh, Becky's out of Amberlynn, Becky no longer needs help like Becky did it. Becky's free and Becky no longer needs any kind of financial assistance, even though for the past 3 to 4 years, Becky's depended on Amberlynn financially. However, I also fully, like I said, understand that Amberlynn doesn't owe Becky shit. Okay? Especially after those clips I just played for you where Amberlynn outlined how much money she was giving to Becky and whoever, whatever, and explaining the $300 and all of that. Like, it does make sense to me. Yeah, Amberlynn had an agreement with Becky on how things were going to go moving forward. If Becky agreed to that, that's on Becky, not Amberlynn. Amberlynn fully, I think, has supported Becky for the past 3 to 4 years. And if Becky wants to break up with Amberlynn, I think it's 100% okay for Amberlynn to wipe her hands and move on. I think one of the things I might have made a mistake with in my past video was making so many jokes about the Netflix thing, but it was really so funny to me. Like, the whole Netflix thing is absurd to me, which is why I kept making jokes about it. And it was funny to me, particularly because Amberlynn was vlogging about all these things that she bought. I mean, like 3 to 4 different Lego sets in that vlog, a Torrid haul, some pins from Amazon, all the new coffee stuff. And she was vlogging all of that while Becky was making a full-ass video about their GoFundMe and the money they needed and talking about Netflix and HBO Max and Hulu subscriptions. Okay, that shit was funny to me. It was, the juxtaposition was funny to me. And it's also funny to me because even in the clips I just showed you, Amberlynn says they're still friends, claims they're still friends. I don't know how many of my friends that I know that share streaming services login information with each other. If y'all are friends, I think good for you for sucking it to capitalism, sticking it to capitalism and saying, hey, we're gonna share. Don't do anything illegal, of course, but there are such things as like family plans and whoever, whatever. I also was just trying to make some points about how Amberlynn's treatment of Becky post-breakup was different than people like Destiny, where she full-on did pay for Destiny's rent, at least one time that we know of, because she talked about it, she bought toiletries for Destiny and Dana. And I think it's great to help your friends, don't get me wrong there, but it was just clear that the behavior was different. And I think that Amberlynn in this live stream did say, like, hey, I'm trying to learn from past mistakes. Like, not everybody should just, like, freely have access to my help at all times. So I appreciate that she's trying to change. I'm not trying to suggest that she has to treat all of her exes the same way. When I was talking about that in that video, I was just saying, like, it is a difference. Is it not a difference? Is it not a difference? So I'm glad Amberlynn followed up on that. I don't know. I just hope that in the future, if you feel like I disagree with you on something, that you leave it at that. It's just a disagreement. There are so many people that were clearly, like, so upset, upset about things we didn't even disagree on, that I was just like, y'all, none of this stuff with Becky or Amberlynn is worth that level of, like, anger. At least not the stuff we're talking about right now. Like, this is literally their own personal finances, okay? It's not hurting anybody but Amberlynn and Becky. So, like, try to take some of that and, like, I don't know, breathe, because I think we're all on the same page, actually. I think we're all in agreement that this whole thing is a mess. But with all that being said, I really hope I don't have to talk about their financial situation again. I hope that this is the end of it. I hope we can move on. I hope Amberlynn and Becky can move on. I would love to just find some peace, because I'm not an accountant. I don't know a lot about money, period, outside of my own finances. And I'm not trying to make judgments or pass judgments on anybody for their own financial status or struggles or whoever, whatever. So yeah, after that, there's only really one other interesting thing that happened. Well, there were two other things, but I think I already showed you the clip of Amberlynn talking about me. I think I opened up with that. But the other interesting thing that I thought happened was that Amberlynn claimed that she might be talking to somebody.
Am I single? So I might be talking to someone. It's like that stages where it's like right at the beginning. So we'll see where that goes.
So I don't know, we'll see where that goes, because that's interesting, because I think a lot of people are still very much convinced that wifey is in the apartment with her. I mean, literally in the last vlog, I heard doors opening and closing, so somebody seems to be there with her. But, you know, I don't know if we will ever even know. Unless Amberlynn parades around a new partner, I think it's hard to say. I think it's hard to say what will happen. Surprisingly, that's all we have. So post your, I would love to hear your favorite Amberlynn live stream moments in the comments down below. You know, share something in the chat to really memorialize and honor the live stream era. So much and so little happened. So much and so little happened during this era. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down below. If this is your first time subscribing to one of my videos, watching one of my videos, then consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell button so you get notifications every single time I go live or I post a new video. I don't really go live on this channel anymore, but you know, whoever, whatever, who cares? And then leave a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun with y'all today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!